Why does every guy cheat on you? Trust me, I know. How come girls always call you their friend? I can tell you. We'll talk about your strengths and we'll talk about emotions. Secrets of Birthdays, now live for purchase. Check out yours at secretsofbirthdays.com. Soul Garden. Namaste and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. My name is Christopher Rayman Witecki and I'm your soul biographer, here to translate what's going on up in the outerverse down into figuring out your innerverse. And I'm so grateful to be back. Once again, I have been off the air. I'll explain in just a minute. First, a couple announcements. One, I'm doing a webcam workshop at the end of the month and the beginning of April called Jumpstart the Heart. This is in response to many of my clients who are telling me that they're having a hard time finding love, or they're having a hard time really feeling their heart, or they're having a difficult time figuring out what they should do or what they really want. This is a disconnection to your heart, my friend. Come Jumpstart the Heart for just $33.95. This is a class one-on-one with me, actually 1-on-8, and we're going to get in a 90-minute period some basic fundamentals to returning to your heart and restoring faith in your inner child. So check it out. Also, if you buy a 1-hour reading with me right now, you will get a free Secrets of Birthday video emailed to you before the reading. And I got to say, I'm loving the way this is working because people come to the reading now with questions and they're informed. This is a 20-minute video you get for free, which is based on your chart, and then you get the reading. So come on down to soulmart.me. That's where this is all sold. And by the way, soulmart.me is a nonprofit co-op. We're developing into a nonprofit co-op. So when you are investing in Soulmart, you're investing in the ability for other practitioners to come out as well. We put all of our money back into promoting our kind, if you will. So that said, we're at a very difficult time. The sun is in Pisces. The universe is investing an incredible amount of psychic energy in the Pisces vibration. It really is that cliche of let go and let God. I myself found myself on my back in the hospital again. I want to say thank you to every person that sent well wishes and spirit and prayer. I did really feel it and I bounced back. And it just goes to show you we are all human, and that's really kind of what we're being forced to face right now is our humanity, our own compassion for ourselves. And we're also having to stand up for those new emotional boundaries we work so hard on. So without further ado, let's take the Ascension elevator and dive deep into you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. During a Mercury retrograde, the up button will go down and the down button will go up on the Ascension elevator. Please remain seated until I've turned off the no floating sign. And as always, thank you for flying with Christopher Witecki.
Hello, professors, my Sagittarians, Sagittarius risings, and also what we call soul consultants. That's what we call you if you bought a Lightcast report card. And that's what a Sagittarius is, really, is a soul consultant. It's so funny. If you go to Sag and go, hey, how do I get directions here? Well, there's two ways of going down the street. Now you can go here, you can go there. They're always consulting you on anything, especially when you're doing wrong. Chris, I just need to consult you. So the Sagittarians, well, they're working on a very delicate part of themselves this week, and the Sag risings are changing some fundamentals as well, which is the way you relate to your emotional state of awareness. The universe is giving you a huge investment in feeling better. In fact, I know a lot of Sagittarius. Some of you don't even know how you feel half the time. You don't realize till like 6 days later that you're pissed at someone. That's how detached a lot of Sagittarius I know have been from their emotions. And to draw it out, we're really talking about the I feel state of awareness. Now we're in chapter 3 of I feel, or chapter 3 of Pisces, which means this week we're working on the experience, the togetherness, the passion of feeling. But the universe is also still working on the whole spectrum of this. You're going to see there's a whole party in Pisces going on. You're still working on your core emotion, which is feelings and patterns from childhood. You're also working on healing the way you reflect, which is how you respond to something. Are you going to be pissed every time? And then you're working on passion, which is where you want to enjoy things. And here's all the planets. Look at all these planets. Neptune, Mercury retrograde, Chiron to heal, Venus to give and receive, the Sun to love, and Mars to act on it. And the Moon goes flying through this area this week. So it's a very intense time. The lower planets are working on your childhood, and you're literally going back to a childhood issue with this Mercury retrograde. In the meantime, Venus and Chiron are helping you to just kind of heal in the moment and how you respond emotionally. And then you're trying to go for some passion at the top there with Mars. So pretty intense time. Now, another big thing going on is you working on the weeds in your soul garden, Saturn in Scorpio. Saturn was making you face your fears and giving you the courage and sword of Saturn to face all that since last October. But now Saturn is retrograde, which means you have to stand up and face them on your own. Catch yourself in the self-sabotaging behavior. Remind yourself to have faith. Saturn has retreated. It blazed new territory, so you know what you have to do, but now Saturn won't do it for you. Then Pluto also pushing on Sagittarius, but in your case, to go to the next level with abundance, to make more money, to be more productive, to believe in yourself all the time, to hold the soul capital. And Pluto moves to 11 degrees, which means you are stepping into integrity when it comes to soul capital this week. So those are the big stories going on for Sagittarius at large, but let's now do the 7-day play-by-play in outer space. As always, we have our timeline at the bottom, and we will start with the beginning of our Sunday to Sunday, which is Sunday. Sunday's cloudy, nesting, and resting. The moon will move into Pisces, pulling emotions into the house of emotion. The moon also crosses over Neptune on Sunday, so you might be feeling a little dreary. You're certainly cloudy, and the sun moves to step 20, which is passion. So things get passionate. If you have spent yourself the last month and learned nothing about how to take care of yourself emotionally, on Sunday it might start to hit you pretty heavy. Then comes Monday, which is Lightcast Day and Love Fest Day. Love Fest, Lightcast, super spiritual holiday. The two come together with that party in Pisces. What this means is the moon will cross Venus for Love Fest. So the first half of the day is about giving and receiving love. Venus is at 7 degrees, so it's going to be a giving and receiving of spiritual love. This is God's grace, basically, I think, for Love Fest. It's giving and receiving of God's grace and surrendering to your higher self. But there's so much more. Let's take a closer look at the party going on in Pisces. Here are the planets from a different perspective. Neptune, Mercury retrograde, Chiron, Venus, the Sun, and Mars, with the moon strumming through this area on Sunday and Monday. All right. Now the first one is the moon crossing Venus, which is Love Fest. So when the moon crosses Venus, you just want to fill your heart with love and surrender. Allow yourself to be kind of cleansed by the universe's love vibration. Things can restore to balance and order. And we always say in soulgarden.me to tell everyone you love that you love them. Then there is, of course, Lightcast Day. Now, Lightcast Day is the most powerful day of the month to manifest your intentions. It is also known as the new moon that goes back to pagan times. A lot of things happen. It's no accident, I think, that they're choosing the new pope right now. What you want to do is fill your heart with love. And what you are lightcasting is a new relationship to yourself, an emotional relationship where you feel great, where you will have passion in your life, where you will not be afraid to feel. Okay, it comes from a combination of a lot of things, but you can manifest it by light casting it. So you want to fill your heart with love and visualize your comfortable life where you feel at home with yourself at all times. And gratitude is the attitude of receiving. So as you're light casting this new passionate life, this new home life, this new family member, maybe a baby for some people, hold your head in gratitude, because gratitude is the attitude of receiving. So you just kind of hold that pose and you give it to the universe until you can't anymore. That's Lightcast Day. And by the end of the day, you might get a little aggressive because the moon's going to cross over Mars. Then on Tuesday, it's cloudy with a chance of rowdy. That's because the moon will cross over Uranus, so moon emotions shift to your inner child, and so your inner child is very much stirred. And this kind of brings out another point this week, which is a yod. Yod is giving us the finger for a good 2 weeks here. The turquoise lines to the right are the lines of the yod. It is Saturn and Pluto pointing into Jupiter. Now remember, Pluto is the part of you that is having to push to the new soul capital. Saturn is the part of you that has to have faith in yourself no matter what. God Yod says, here's how you do it with Jupiter. What is Jupiter doing there? It is expanding the me ridge. In other words, the better, if you just focus on relating to yourself in the moment like a good partner, if you're just a good husband or a good wife to you, the self-esteem and the faith in yourself will take care of each other. That's what the Yod is saying. But the red line is a square going over to that party in Pisces, particularly that is going to Chiron and Mercury retrograde, which is saying when it comes to treating yourself well, it goes against, red line, your childhood. It goes against the way you've lived so far. It might go against your old issues. So living in the moment, you're going to have these fears that go against the past, but that's okay. That's why Chiron and Mercury are helping you heal them. And if you have tension between that, that's what's pushing the healing, is in fact that tension. Then we get to Wednesday, which things cheer up. Sunny and childlike. Mercury rules the day on Wednesday. And remember, Mercury is retrograde. It's all the way back at the beginning of Pisces, reconsidering childhood issues, reconsidering basic emotional fundamentals in your life. Today, you might have some great grace or move ahead with this. And I think with the moon in Aries, you're feeling childlike, so things are pretty good. I think Wednesday might be the best day of the week for the Sages. On Thursday, you are sunny and creative. By the end of the day, you might be a bit hyper, whereas the moon moves into Taurus. But Thursday is a day really to create that home family foundation. Go out and decorate that new bedroom. Go put into action the master shui of the way you will emotionally take care of yourself. Go do something to beautify, to restore balance. Perhaps if you've had some issues with roommates, restore balance. That's what Thursday is about, and I think you're going to be pretty magical if you surrender to that energy. Then comes Friday. Now Friday is cloudy but hyper aware for the Sagittarians. That's because the moon moves into the house of health and body, and so you are feeling everything in your body. If your body is tired, it will make you cranky. If you're cranky, it will make your body tired. That's what a transit, the two states of awareness mixing, is about. So they're mixing. On top of that, Neptune rules the day, so we are a little bit foggy. And this is really a day to ask your guides, am I on the right track with this self-nurturing? Or ask your guides, what was it in my childhood that started all this crap? So use the intuition on Friday. There is a chance of anxiety. There's a point when you are pulled between the moment and faith. So that moon opposes Saturn at some point. Again, Saturn retrograde saying, hold that faith, right? And that yod. Remember that yod? Well, how do you do it? The mirage, living in the mirage. That's how you do it. Then on Saturn Day, oops, wrong button. Then on Saturn Day, it's sunny and sharp. Saturn rules the day on Saturn Day, which is odd. It doesn't always happen that way, but it is what it's named after. And the moon is strong in Taurus, so you're really feeling the moment. So I think sunny and sharp is the way you're feeling on Saturday. Saturday is a great day to get things done. And with Saturn ruling the day, you want to commit to that new self-nurturing policy. You want to commit to that new home family foundation, which is committing to healing the childhood stuff, being emotionally okay, being able to feel your emotions and not ignore them, committing to whatever that's going to mean for you. Then on Fun Day Sunday, it's cloudy with a chance of love issues. That's because the moon will cross over that mirage part, right? The moon's going to cross over Jupiter, the mirage part. And when the moon crosses over that Jupiter, the whole yod gets lit up. At the same time, the red line gets lit up. So, self-nurturing on the one hand is one thing you do, but on the other hand, being a good marriage partner to yourself is the other thing you do. For some young clients, I find this is where they start to fret over relationships like marriages or boyfriends or girlfriends. That's you ignoring yourself, okay? Don't do that. Just focus on you. But also adding to the aggression is Mars. Mars is giving energy to step up and put that home family foundation game into play. So you're going to want to put those into play and be good to yourself at the same time on Sunday. All right, let's fly home and wrap it up. Well, thanks for watching your horoscope. And in closing, I just want to remind you of a couple of points. On the one hand, listen to those little birdies. Listen to that instinct. Neptune is plowing through to open up our psychic awareness, and the ones who will do well are the ones who listen. Mercury is retrograde to the end of this horoscope, which means reconsider, rethink, be open to ideas you're not open to. If you normally listen, speak up. If you normally speak up, listen. And don't forget about that yod with Jupiter. You want to be decisive about the topic I talked about in your horoscope. Well, thank you so much for allowing me to be of soul service. Remember, I am live on Mondays at 12 noon Pacific with my guided hangouts where I go into a deep topic and dive into what we're dealing with on a deeper level. And if you don't know, if you receive GA text and Gmail, I am now emailing much more deep transcripts in the emails, getting deeper on the texts, and forwarding videos that are of importance to you. So if you want to join and be watched over by the Guardian Agency, it's really only 1 penny for the first week. Just come on to gatext.me. All right, folks, I love you so much with full gratitude. Namaste. See you next week.